Ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, dongers of all ages. Today is the day we conquer the second gauntlet of this game. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, any percent. Let's go. Welcome to 4-5 C-Stack Attack. And this is a very, very difficult stage. Oh, but it's such a good stage to pull off! Now this stage has gone over a couple of makeovers. Ugh, that's a little annoying. No need to worry though. We are waiting on a single barrel cycle on the stage. Yeah! Strong dong! Oh man. Nice, I was even there early. Okay. So, this stage has room for one error, and one error alone. And... got it. That was C-Stack. Welcome to the reason why we call this the second gauntlet of the game. You're going to encounter some very difficult stages. Now, this stage has a history of killing a lot of runs for the runners. So let's go carefully break this down and explain what's going on. Now, we start this stage with Diddy, switch to Cranky, Cranky through the stage, and then we finish with Diddy. Originally, when we went and did shopping, we would have a Diddy barrel with us to break and damage Cranky off, and then we would just take Diddy into the next stage, Current Capers. This is almost entirely underwater, so you need to have Diddy going into this stage and finishing this stage. And then when we started breaking off of the shop strats, we found a Diddy barrel in this stage that doesn't cost a whole lot of time at all to take. And this actually also allowed us to do another strategy that you saw me do at the very end called Crate Skip. There's a bunch of boxes at the very end of the stage that you would normally have to break through, and that's what we used to do because we would have Cranky, and then we would just start the next stage with Diddy or for whatever reason. But with Diddy in tow, we are capable of jumping off the side and hovering back to the right, which skips having to do all that. Saves a little bit of time. Time Attack Cranky does not get that luxury. So I will go ahead and break down what's about to go on, because this stage, you're catching Cranky and then you're switching to Diddy, and there's about a 1 second window of error that happens. You saw that I was slow at one point, but I was still able to get there with enough time to pick up Diddy. That's about all the error that you get. So we'll start off with the first trick, which is the quick bomb throw. This saves 3 seconds because it allows you to catch the first Cranky cycle. You're mashing out of this cutscene. Roll, jump, roll, jump. Now, you're doing these two roll jumps in such a way that you're going to land and roll through a tuck with a bomb in his hand. You're going to roll through this tuck, and on the way up you're going to pick the bomb, and you're using this jump to also bounce off the next enemy. Now, because you have Diddy, or whoever you may have while you're practicing this stage, you're going to have Diddy, which means that if you press A and you hover, you'll lose all your roll speed, which kills this trick shot. So you're going to roll through this enemy, pick up the bomb on the way up, bounce off the next enemy, and then you have to let go of it in a very specific spot. Let's see if I can do that real quick. So, roll, grab, right around here. Right around where I just let go of the bomb. Where Donkey Kong is right now, it's about halfway across this pit. You let go of the bomb, you'll hurl it into the next pit where there's a tuck. Now normally, when you throw this bomb, if you miss the tuck, the bomb will actually fall all the way to the right, and then it'll take its time blowing up. But if you throw it too soon, you'll actually hit the tuck, and the explosion will not hit the boxes blocking the way. So this is actually a weird kind of trick where you're causing the bomb to explode, and it's just close enough to break the next crate. Let's see if I got that. Nice. Okay. So as this breaks, you're going to roll underneath it, do a series of light hops across some ledges. So light hop, roll hop, roll hop. These have to be really light hops because you can't get hit by the hot hoots, and you need to make it over each gap. Now behind, and what's coming up next, there's a dick poker that you're rolling through. And the reason why we call these dick pokers is because of this stage. And you'll see which one is the most infamous of all dick pokers. So you're going to roll through him, jump over this pit, do another couple of roll hops. Now you can either roll and jump completely over this dick poker, or you can bounce atop him. I like to bounce off of him. Not difficult either way, but the next thing you're going to do, whether you jump over him or bounce off of him, is you're going to pick up a cranky barrel. Doing that early bomb throw that we did at the beginning of the stage allows us to get to this first cranky barrel. If you missed the tuck and the bomb just takes its time blowing up, you'll actually get here on the next cycle. If you miss the tuck and the bomb blows up, you'll get here too late. And if you have to wait for the next bomb, you'll just get here on the second cycle. So no big deal. So bounce, grab. Now, I made a slight mistake. I forgot to roll when I grabbed this bomb. But what you want to do is you want to grab it, roll, and that dick poker will actually be on the right side of that platform, so you'll be able to just bounce completely over him. You want to make sure you do a high bounce, though, because the next paddle that's in the background is going to be swinging. So this will allow you to get over it without getting hit by it. You're just rolling straight through this area. Now you're going to roll through the first tuck and do a light hop, and then I like to do a light pogo followed by a full pogo. So light pogo, full pogo, which gets you over this next section, and you can just roll straight from here into the barrel. Mash so that those bombs do not hit you. And then in this section right here, these 5 bombs that are coming out, NK once brought it to my attention that they blow up faster if you pick them up. So you want to do is you want to make sure that you're picking the bomb on the left, because that's the first one thrown, and then you want to throw them as quickly as possible just so you're safe. But you only really need to throw the one on the left just so that he'll start to throw the next one sooner. So I like to do a bounce, grab, oh darn, throw them all into the pit, get them out of the way. Do another one, pick this one up as soon as possible. Now I like to do a light hop just enough to get it over the dick poker right here, and then you want to stop right in front of him, slam the ground so that he's not actually going to hit you, and then you can just roll and jump as the thing blows up. So, left, there we go. So, here's the infamous dick poker, right here. When you get into this section, you're going to do a roll jump, and you have to do a light enough roll jump that you don't get poked, but you have to do it hard enough that you actually make it over the ledge. And that is how you get past this dude. Nice, I got it that time. There are so many times you get poked by him. Beware. Okay, so as you land on this one, you're going to roll off. You want to make sure you go kind of deep in there so you don't get hit by those paddles. Now this is where we get the YockYump. Earlier in 2-1, I mentioned Goldfish's yump, and the reason why I called it the yump is because we got yumps because of Yock. Yock is our Swedish runner, and his name is pronounced YockMS, not JockMS with a hard J. It's with a more Y-ish J. So we like to call this the YockYump. It's an affectionate name for him, and this is the reason why we call it the YockYump, is because we normally did this setup that NKB came up with, and it was like the janky NKB setup because it's difficult to get through the next section. But the YockYump, I feel, is very comfortable, very easy to do, and it allows you to do this God barrel cannon shot that's actually really cool looking. I'm going to hopefully be able to get it. So what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to do a roll jump, and I'm trying to land on the right side of the next platform. And I'm going to do a full pogo off of that. So, roll, pogo. Okay, now, hopefully, I'll have made this jump. That's what I'm hoping that I did. Immediately after I land on this, I'm going to roll jump and pogo off of the next. It's a little bit higher up, the next platform, slightly raised. You're going to roll jump and then do a full pogo off of that, and that will get you up this next sort of like jumping section. Once you get up to the top of there, you're going to do an immediate roll. So, up here, go, and then you need to be going quickly with this setup. NK actually gets you there faster because it's all pogos, but YockYump puts this timing really precisely. You don't even have to worry about it. Just as long as you get the trick, you're usually good to do the barrel shot. So you're going to bounce off this enemy, and then there's 2 slappers that come down. You're going to roll into the further barrel, because there's what we call the 2-banger and the quad knob. There's a spinning 2-shot device and then a 4-shot device. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that as you're getting into these, you want to get on the further one of the 2 barrels, and as soon as you get into that further one, you're going to drop underneath and then jump into the further one. You fire immediately, and this will get you it'll start moving and give you this swag looking shot to the topmost barrel. I got it the first time, which is why I really freaked out. It was really hard to get, but the reason why it's hard to get is because you have to do a light jump and not get in that barrel. You need to get in this other barrel. So here's the backup for this, in case that should happen. as the barrel swings to the other side, it actually kind of jiggles into place, and when it's jiggling like this, that's when you fire. During the jiggle, it'll land you in the topmost barrel. So I'll try and get that one at least. Oh god. This is the problem of this stage, because you're going to end up firing back and forth a lot. Don't get impatient and just fire into the ceiling and die. Just wait for the jiggle. Got it. Okay? There you go. So on this section, what you can actually do is you do, if you have solo DK for any reason, you can do a full roll jump. But what otherwise you can do is you can compensate in this section by doing a pogo off of it. Just depends on where you jump. Just make sure that when you're pogoing, you're not going to be like doing a ledge hop. Remember that if you do a ledge hop, or if the only way you would have made the jump was with a ledge hop and you pull out your pogo, you'll just fall to your death. Pulling out your pogo prioritizes doing the ledge hop animation, and the pogo will not ledge hop you. It will not clear most gaps. So if you know that you're like level enough to do the ledge hop, let the roll happen. Yeah, that one I would want to roll. And then right here, ooh, wow, Diddy's on cycle. Okay, so you want to break it, assess it very quickly. I was actually kind of nervous that I was going to pick up Dixie by mistake. But what you want to do is that you want to get onto that crate, break it, and then quickly look. Is it cranky? If it's cranky, it's going to be Diddy next. If it's on Diddy already, be very careful about picking it up. Because if you pick it up, you're going to have Dixie. Dixie will not help you in the next stage. Not nearly as much as Diddy. It is much more worthwhile to wait for the barrel to rotate until Diddy again. So once you're here, you can either break it on the way down, but okay, you can either break it in this pit and then jump out quickly, or if you know that you're going to take a hit, you can just jump out with it, lose cranky, and then you'll drop the barrel, which automatically releases Diddy. You want to try and jump and do I like to roll jump so that I bounce off of this tuck. Don't hold A, just let it be a natural bop off of him on your way up, so that you don't hit the wall coming up. You need to get underneath it. You're going to do a quick roll hop over the gap, and that's where the G is. If you get slapped here, don't worry. There's no reason for you to take more damage for the rest of this stage, but do be careful. If you do get hit, you don't want to lose Diddy, because then you'll miss out on the crate skip and the intro for the next stage. So a quick roll hop here, bounce off of this dude, over this pointy tux, another high roll jump so you don't get slapped by this paddle, and then you want to do you have to bounce off of the Herald over here into the last barrel. Now once you get into this last barrel, mash out, and then the timing for this is not really precise. I like to, there's 3 layers of crates. I just like to hold A right around the third crate, the lower one, the most lower one. But if you hold A too late, you'll just fall to your death. You hold A too soon, you'll run out of hover before you get there. So play with it, play around with this. Between the second and third crate is where you want to hold A. Just jump off. Okay. If you think you hovered too soon, quickly let go and then hover again. Sack attack is such a stressful stage. Everything can go either perfectly well or horribly wrong. So do give this stage lots of practice. Now, the unfortunate thing about time attack in this stage is, although in the route you start with Diddy or whoever, pick up Cranky, and then finish with Diddy. Time attack, if you switch to the default barrel cycles, they're actually not on cycle for you to have Cranky on the first barrel. So you won't have the fastest time by doing that. You either want to you want to stick to Cranky throughout the entire stage, which means you won't be able to do crate skip. But other than that, it's the fastest possible way to do this stage. So do keep in mind when you're doing the 80% route that you want to stop, grab the Diddy barrel, do crate skip, and finish the stage. And hopefully this will go smoothly. There are lots of things that can go wrong in this stage. Okay. That's one of them. Just be careful. Luckily, I'm not trying to catch any barrel cycles because I have it set to Cranky. Just be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Oh god! Well, I'm okay. If you should get hit and you're worried about it, there is a safety card right here. Okay, no dick poke. Good. Down. YockYump. Here we go. And at least I'm in the top barrel. That's okay. Roll jump. Oh god, okay, so I'm so used to doing that, but it doesn't matter. That's where the Diddy barrel is. You should know where that is anyway. Bounce. Careful now. Okay, and then the ending is very simple. Mash, 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 mash. There you go. C-stack attack. Don't get poked in the dick, guys. Please. Please don't. So I hope that this guide was helpful, and I just hope that you guys are prepared. I really hope that you enjoyed your breaks while you got them, because next we're doing current capers, and this stage has the most technical underwater swimming in the entire game. See you next time. We'll be wishing you lots of luck and lots of precision skill. Take it easy.